It's such a complicated issue. We can't talk about it. How do you know anything about Israel-Palestine? And you say, I know something about human life. I know something about human rights. I know something about human value. And therefore, I have an opinion on Palestine. I have an opinion about native liberation. I have an opinion about Black Lives Mattering. I have an opinion about this. It's not complicated. So that's the myth of complexity. And the third goes back to our opening. The myth of uniqueness, of exceptionalism. This is a unique case. There is no other equivalent in the world. And therefore, there is no point to study history. There is no point for understanding empire, or to learn from other resistance or liberation struggles. You have nothing to learn, because this is a unique, special case. When you hear the story of Palestine, you hear about the partition of land. You hear about settler colonization. You hear about systems of discrimination. You hear about ethnic cleansing. You hear about the dispossession of people of their homes, of their villages. You hear about detention, mass incarceration. What are you hearing, really? History. You're hearing history. You're hearing history, and we have a lot to learn from each other. And if someone says this is unique, it's because they're trying, again, to uphold the status quo. There are differences. No one is saying that these struggles are exactly the same. But that is the goal of the empire. That's not our goal. To go through this process and saying these are the minute differences that separate these struggles for freedom. The empire is learning. So if there are differences, it's because the colonizers are learning. And they say, ooh, that was a little bit of an overstep. So let us adjust. Let us adapt to reform. So let us not play the role of the empire in this work. Yes, there are differences. Let's study them. Let's study them because that tells us something about empire. It doesn't say something about us. So the myth of white supremacy, the myth of complexity, the myth of exceptionalism. Let us start debunking those myths, building a mass movement, learning from each other, studying history, knowing that you are not here because you believe that freedom belongs to Palestinians alone. You are here because your freedom is intimately tied with the freedom of Palestinians. It is intimately tied with the freedom of Black people. It is intimately tied with the liberation of Native people. That is why you're here. That is why you're here. I am so grateful that you are here for that. We are building a powerful community, and I'm so excited to dive into some of these issues and these lessons learned, to learn from some of my heroes and colleagues. I actually can't believe I'm sitting at this panel and this table. I have books that I need to be signed. It's great and an honor to be here. Thank you so much.